Ready, Alan? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everyone. Well, I'm so thrilled to be with Alan Zall today. Now, Alan is a prominent real estate and probate and business attorney here in Orange County. Most specifically, Tustin is where his office is located. And the reason I wanted to have Alan on today is, listen, ADUs are a big buzzword today. You know what I'm talking about, Alan?
Definitely.
So, yeah, so there's pros and cons depending on what your needs are, goals are, and where you're sitting with your own, wants and needs. So why don't you tell us some of the reasons that ADUs might be good for someone, but I think just as important, what should people be looking out for before they start that process or even consider it?
Yes, well, the state's saying that we need 2.5 million units within the next 8 years, and at least 1 million of those need to be for affordable housing. So there is huge demand for single-family residences in the state of California.
Right.
And so one of the ideas that was promoted was having the ADUs, whereby you would put another unit on an existing property. It would be an independent living. Usually it's in the rear
Kind of like
or the side.
The old days would be a granny cottage.
Exactly. And one of the benefits is a lot of times family members may want a grandson, or they may want their son or daughter to live nearby. So it's convenient from that standpoint. Some of the advantages would be that they could get additional rent, perhaps. It could increase the value, resale value of the property.
Right, of course,
by
yeah.
having that on there.
Right. Well, let me ask you this question. Now, you can't just go to Home Depot and buy a kit, right? I mean, you've got to.
No.
I'm assuming you have to go through permits with the city or count that sort of thing. So tell us
Yes,
a little
definitely.
About that.
You need to very carefully analyze what is the cost of construction, how long will it take to be able to get the necessary permits, and it varies by city or county as far as how long the process will take.
Right.
So you really need to do your due diligence and make sure that you have a builder that's familiar and specializes in ADUs, and that you have really good plans in place. Otherwise, it could be a situation where you've invested too much money,
Right.
and you will not be able to get that money back. Also, you have to realize that you will have property taxes
Oh,
on the
reassessed.
ADU.
You'll get reassessed.
Right.
Okay. So another thing that comes to my mind is, I don't know how much ADUs cost, but let's say they're $20,000. I think if you want to use that for rental income, that's your desire, I think people should do the math. Like, how long will it take me to start making money, quote unquote, on that income where the rental, I've paid for that 20 grand. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Don't you think that's valid as well?
Yes, they
Yeah.
have to do really cost projections.
Right.
It's going to cost me X amount to complete this for the construction, for the plans, for the permits, for everything involved. And then I won't be able to start the rent for X period of time.
Right.
How much rent will I be able to get once everything is completed on the unit?
Right.
So that they're aware of what they're getting into prior to actually making that investment. Because one of the disadvantages, a lot of times people don't factor in all the costs or the delay of construction. Also, the fact that it will, in some, disrupt to a certain extent their day-to-day operations.
Well, that's true, right.
While they're building the
Right.
actual ADU.
Right.
So it's a matter of them being informed about the process so that they can make a good decision as to whether it would be they're in their best interest to actually do it.
Right. Okay. So I guess the best advice is to check with the county and the city in which you live to find out. Obviously, there's a limit to how big these ADUs can be, too. And I'm assuming that's based on lot size. Is that correct, Alan?
Well, yeah, there's specific requirements as to the size that you can utilize. So you definitely want to talk with the city or the county planner and tell them, this is what I want to do. Is this something that you will be able to approve in the process? Because you don't want to present something that will not be approved, or you will have to keep modifying in order to get it approved. So
Right.
it's a matter of doing your homework first.
Right, okay.
That's crucial.
Now, do they have to actually get an architect for this, or are there plans they can get, or online plans? Do you know?
Well, I think it would be best for them to have specific plans because every property varies
Oh,
in
right.
terms of
Okay.
how the setbacks are,
Oh, right.
the location of where the structure is on the property,
Okay.
and what that particular municipality might require.
Okay,
So
great.
That's really important.
Wonderful. Well, I know, Alan, once again, you're a real estate attorney and you also handle probate and business law. So, one thing I love about you, you've been a lawyer for a long time. You were also very involved in the chamber here in Tustin, which I love. You're really involved in the community. Weren't you the ambassador
Yes,
of the year?
I was ambassador of the year. That's correct.
With the
Jules.
Tustin Chamber.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and I know you're very involved in LinkedIn. So you can reach out to Alan on LinkedIn, of course. But how do people contact you in the office, or is LinkedIn best?
Well, they could either email me or phone me. My email is Alan, ALAN, Zall @yahoo.com. And my phone number is 714-731-4811. And it's really a pleasure being on this podcast with Jules, who's a lifestyle realtor who can help you with all of your real estate needs here in the Southern California area. I think it's great that she is informing people on different topics that are extremely relevant to the time now.
Well, once again, Alan, we thank you for that. I know you're so busy, and we appreciate you taking the time. It's just another example of your desire to help the community. So thank you so much. And any questions, of course, you can reach out to me, Jules Wilson, Seven Gables Real Estate. And, of course, the best way to connect with you really is on LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.